Hello everyone, it's Mandy and welcome back to the channel. And this video is a new series that I'm going to be doing. Is called Thrifty Art Supply Haul Vintage Books that I like to do for keeping my art supplies down to a minimum budget, so that I have more in my budget to buy the more expensive stuff. So if you kind of like to go thrift store shopping and you like haul videos, hang out with me and you'll see a lot. So let's dive into it. And the first thing I found at Goodwill was Graphic 45 paper crafting pack here that it normally lists for $24. Got it for $4.99 at Goodwill. I'm venturing into art journaling, so this is more of vintage style paper. Lots of different, some are loose patterns, backgrounds, colors to use. There are some note card, journal cards that you can use with sayings, or you could use the other background side to it. Lots of great floral patterns and everything. More journal cards for art journaling, vintage sewing. This looks like it's more for the Victorian era or French Revolution. Interesting patterns. I can't wait to use this in my art journal. I mean, this was a steal. And I had actually saw this specific brand of scrapbook paper on another Thrifty junk journaler's channel. I don't remember the name. I just sort of kind of getting into journaling and art journaling, so this was a fun find to get. Next, I also found some cut up fabric shapes for $1.99. I'm getting into using fabric in my journal. You'll see that in the next video that I filmed, but they're in all these different patterns of circles, of different pieces of fabric, of reds, greens. We got some florals in here. Great to add an embellishment to your journal. And mixed media. Some are in circles, some are in little squares and stuff. So super excited, and all different kinds of colors and scrap. I thought, oh, this is an awesome find. It's already cut up and ready to go for me. And it's stored in this nice little container. So there is that. I definitely have a lot. I've gone to a couple thrift stores. The next thing for ephemera is the Animal Daddies and My Daddy little golden children's book for paper and images. I love animals, so I thought this was great to get to make a journal that's a nature journal inspired for my little nephew Noah. Noah absolutely loves animals, no doubt about it. But yeah, great pictures, great images. The paper quality is nice to journal on top of and do some interesting stuff. So yeah, it's a great way to add some ephemera as old children's books. And I got it for $1. Thought that was cute. So next up is I found some stamps. So I'm getting into using stamps. This is the first set I found. It says, this is the Hedgehog Hollow. This is a 4x6 photopolymer stamp set, and it's kawaii based, and it says, you know, let's roll, soy, happy together, rice to meet you, and little kawaii figures. And I make artist postcards, and I use a lot of stamped images on there and creating my background, so this is good for that. The next stamps I found are wood mount. This one was so stinking cute. I don't know if it's from Stampin' Up, but I have a feeling it is, just because I usually see a lot of wood mount Stampin' Up stamps in the thrift store. And this was in a bucket, and this is, sorry, I'm just trying to get the sticker off so you can see the image without me hurting the image too much here. Yeah, I should have heated this to peel it off smoothly. Now I have to rub some alcohol on here to get all this adhesive off. But yeah, it is, bring it up for you, a Noah's Ark stamp. Isn't that cool? I really love that. And obviously this is one that I'm going to use in my nature journal for my nephew, because his name is Noah. So, and I love the elephants and all of that, and this is going to be so much fun to use this. Oh. Another couple other ones I got were the 3 sets of bird nests, birdhouses. So, and this is not a Stampin' Up, this is Northwoods, I believe. But usually I see this in Stampin' Up sets. So I don't know if it's retired Stampin' Up or not. And then this other one with the series of roses. Sorry, not in the view of the camera. Oh, so, yeah. So that one's a good one. And I got these all fairly reasonable. And then I got this grab pack that had a couple stamps in it and stickers, stamp sets, and I got it for $1. So this one happens to be a days of the week stamps for your planners or journals, and I do have an art journal that I work in, and I want to start tracking out days that I draw and just track out some stuff, and it's good to have kind of a planner stamp. Never had this one before. And this is from the Horizon group. So there's that one. Then there's this other general, hopefully, come on Amanda, happy birthday stamp set, which this will be useful when I know it's someone's birthday and I can send them a little happy birthday postcard. So very simple, very easy to do. The next thing here is there were several sticker sheets. This one was monkeys and little bunnies in there, so that will be good for the art journal to decorate some covers and things. So that's that. There's so much on my table. That's why I gotta put everything away. Next up is I picked up some lace. Now, I don't know where the end of this is. Okay. Oh, they pinned it, which is nice. So, I got this decorative lace here. There's several nice accent if you're doing a vintage journal. Great, or even a junk journal. Like I said, I've gotten into some of the ideas of junk journaling and some of the different ephemera ideas that I'm hoping to incorporate, not necessarily in a junk journal, but an art journal. So there's that. I also got this white lace fabric ribbon, leftover from whoever, and these are also nice accents to add in the journals. So, and I picked up these relatively inexpensive, like $2. I mean, you can't go wrong with, you know, leftover art supplies that someone's not going to use, like leftover lace, leftover scrapbook paper. I mean, you can end up getting a lot of things relatively. This one happens to be brand new, so excuse the noise as I take the plastic off of it to show you. I also got this for $2 too. So this is a burlap style ribbon, and it's got the blue lace in front of it, which is really gorgeous. I tend to like different textures, and I love blues. Blue is a very common color. My bedroom is in blue, or the studio is too. I don't have a pin or anything. Oh, there is a wire there, but not a pin. Okay. Well, instead of fussing with that, we'll just kind of keep going here. Next, I was able to pick up some more embroidery backing to work on some embroidery stitching and learning how to stitch on my paper. And this was like $5 in Walmart, and I found it for $1.50 at one of my favorite thrift stores close to me. Great place, by the way. They have multiple stores. I have yet to take a road trip to go roading through their other stores. So next up was I found a big pack of, this was $7. These are edger scissors with many different decorative edging that I can cut my ephemera pieces out to bring more interest to them. And when I'm gluing them down and collaging them down in my art journals. And there's 6 different pairs that I got for $7. Not a bad deal. So, and then I also was able to get this one too, which I don't think is, it's a different pattern and a different brand. So, I was able to get those. Turn around here and throw it on my bed until I can put it away. I also picked up some playing cards. I did not open them, but they have the same design here, the flowers, to do some work with them and to make journal cards out of this. So I got 2 of the same. They were brand new decks, and I think I got them for like 50 cents. So I got both of these for $1. Not bad. I also picked up this press and check fraction card. I know a lot of people use game cards, flash cards, old word flash cards, stuff like that for ephemera pieces, and so I thought I'd start my little collection of game pieces. And then this I also got for $1, which was really cool, and I believe this, I didn't open it, it's from a scrapbooking store. Hang on here, excuse the noise as I try to get it out of this cellophane plastic. But I'm assuming this is from like an ephemera kit that they bought and never used. But it's the alphabet in different patterns. So, and all the different alphabet cards and different patterns. And this is the other half of the alphabet. So, yeah, I thought this was really cool. Oh, yeah. And they originally paid $4 for this, and I got it, get back in here, for $1. So, nice little score. Next thing I got is this little binder. Tim Holt stamps come with punched out, and didn't want to buy his binder because it's more expensive. on Amazon. I thought, well, this is work, and I could get several of these as I collect his stamps. Sorry for the glare. So you can see these are the stamps I already own that I can just put in here and flip through. I'm sure it's not going to hold many because it's going to fill up fast because of how thick and the plastic is. But yeah, I picked this little small binder up for 50 cents. It's another storage option. Now, the next thing is my vintage art books and regular books that I found for a reasonable deal, some magazines, some topics that I'm real interested in. So these are regular reading books that I found for myself. The first two are from the Immortal series called Evermore. I'm a big fantasy person and I like to read at night to kind of unwind my mind. So I thought these would be fun to read after I'm done reading my vintage art books. And this one's called Chasing River. And I do like thriller and mystery, and I like a little bit of romance. So hopefully these will be really good for me. This one is called When Santa Felt the Earth. I have intentions of actually coloring this because they have all these cute grayscale images through the book, and I've seen other colorists color it, and I thought this would be fun, and then I can turn around and give this to my nephews because they are avid readers. They just love to read, and thought this would be a cute, fun Christmas story for them to read. So, but yeah, look at these illustrations. I thought that would be cool to put color pencil down to it. And color it all the way through, and it would be a great book for them in their growing library that their auntie loves to buy them. I love thrifting books for them. It's like my favorite thing to do for them. Every birthday, every Christmas, they get books. So, yeah. When Santa Felt the Earth. I also like finding Christmas or coloring books. So, and you can get some pretty good deals on coloring books too. This one I'm gonna have to say is probably about a $9 to $10 coloring book, and I picked it up for a couple bucks, and it's called Christmas Magic. And they're all snowflake mandalas and Christmas themed mandalas on black and white background. I thought this was really fun. If you would like to see a full flip through of this, let me know and I will do a separate video on flipping through that. Another one I picked up was Christmascapes by Dover. And this is by Jessica Mershowitz. And these are all Christmas patterns. Yeah, I found these when I was Christmas shopping for my nephews. So, double-sided, very small, nice to do. So yeah, Christmascapes. If you want a full flip, leave me a comment and I will flip through that just a little bit more slowly. I also found this scrapbooking pattern stencil for $2. We can open it up here. And apparently this is called garden lace. And it comes apart as a stencil. So this would be good for making when you have coloring pages that have a lot of white space, like in your Camellia and Jacoba, and there's a garden theme. You can definitely take pieces of this stencil apart and create a background. Sorry. on your coloring pages or even in your art journal or gel plate. So, and I've never seen a stencil like this actually come apart. It's actually glued to here. Sorry guys, didn't realize that there is. And I thought this was really cool because it comes in all these different parts. So if you had a wide open space, you could lay this down and you have this amazing flower border all around your image if it fit in there. And if you wanted to, like, the image didn't really fit and you wanted to go the next step, you could make the oval smaller and add this. Or even go, I mean, this is actually amazing. Or you can just do the small oval in itself. So, and then it obviously tells you how to use it too and what you can use it for. So this was really, really cool. So, I didn't take that one off, but yeah, that one's in there. So. Oh, gee. There we go. It's a nice bag. So, hopefully I can get through. I'll put that in there later. We got lots to go through. So the next thing I picked up was in a book about embroidery, and it does have 20 some projects in there that you could do. But my main thing was, I'll just do like a quick flip, was in the beginning here, it talks about the different stitches. So, and I could work on learning the stitches. And that's what I'm hoping to do. Excuse me. So yeah, so there's this embroidery one. The next one is I'm interested in Photoshop. So this is a Photoshop user encyclopedia that I had found, and hoping to, when I upgrade my computer, and it's nice with all the terminology and shortcuts and everything you needed to know. I wish I had this back in college. It would have been very helpful when I was taking all of my Adobe classes so that I could study. So, another one which is called the Adobe Lightroom book for digital photographers. This also tells you about how to edit your photos, lighting, and everything for taking them for thumbnails and stuff. And I thought this would be an awesome tool to have in my arsenal for thumbnails and just relearning everything in the programming. So this is that one. Next one is called Next Steps in Altered Photo, which is another way of altering your images. And this is all for Photoshop too. And different projects of doing thumbnails and stuff. I'm hoping to upgrade my camera too and get a vlog camera and actually take some of my own photos and alter them and make my own ephemera from my own work. So it's got all the, so there's this one, through photos. Now this book is, I'm going to use this for ephemera, but it's called Cheesy, the Railroad Kitten. Lots of awesome kitten artwork in here. I have to look up the copyright, make sure it's okay to use the vintage artwork. Lots of trains, old advertisements and stuff from the 50s on glossy paper. Great. They're kittens and railroads, and I love cats. As you can see, my studio buddy, which is in his little safe space right now, sleeping, taking a nap while I'm filming all this good stuff. So yeah, I found this, thought this would be great for ephemera, called Cheesy the Railroad Kitten. Next one is an actual magazine called Life, Cat's Companion in Life, and I found this to use some of the images in a nature journal for, and I like cats. And this is also great drawing references for cats, too, if I don't cut it up and use it for ephemera. But yeah, great images. This looks cool. So yeah, great reference photos of different breeds of cats. And even vintage artwork. So I do love that. So there's that one. The next one is another magazine called Quilting Art Magazine. Got it for $75. I'm not into quilting. My mom likes to quilt. But there are lots of images in here of different quilts, colors, textures, projects that you could do with fabric, embroidery, just things you can use in your art journal like this. I just thought this was fun, you know, like taking bits and pieces out of these images. But I have to find out, this is a newer magazine, so I don't know about the copyright issue. Like I said, I have to do some digging about magazine images, just so that I don't get dinged for copyright and for taking someone else's pattern and art. So, but yeah, this is another magazine for me to use for cattle. And last but not least, these are more so drawing books. So like this one was originally $10.99 for drawing insects. Picked it up for $1. As I start working on filling a sketchbook for the year, you will see some of these. So, not that I like bugs, but you never know, you might need bugs in your drawing. So, yeah. So this is draw your favorite insects. Now this isn't a drawing book, but this is a reference photo book. I just love the scenery of Alaska. Always wanted to travel there. And just gorgeous wildlife, mountain scenes, reference photos, colorscapes to use for coloring books, if you need a reference of how to color an image, which way the light is shining. This is all, sorry for the glare, this is all just amazing imagery and photography all around Alaska. So this particular book, I can't show the inside so much because it will get me dinged on YouTube for inappropriate stuff, but it's talking about the human anatomy, and found this on Thrift Books on eBay. It was recommended by another channel. I don't remember the channel name, but I was watching it and recommending art books for artists, and this one popped up as a good for studying the human anatomy. So this particular book is learning how to draw cartoons. Chris Hart is one of my favorite illustrators. I have several of his drawing books for the anatomy, manga, and kawaii. This one is all about cartoon animals. Fun, simple stuff that I can use on my postcards to cartoonize, make my own characters. Just another drawing style that I'm really interested in. And stuff. So, and I have drawn from his illustrations before till I've learned to do my own, but I have used, he's got a fashion book and I've done some work out of that one. He's got a couple fashion books. So I was able to get this one for relatively cheap, and these are $20 some on Amazon, and I got it for a couple bucks. Another drawing book I got was The Art of Basic Drawing by Walter Foster, and he's been around as an illustrator. This is more advanced, talking about perspective, composition, portraying children. This is more for, like, I use this for references when I'm working, because I'm not quite there yet. Like I said, my goal this year is to fill a whole sketchbook, art journal sketchbook of my own sketches, backgrounds, drawings of nature, desert. And you'll see flip-throughs of my work as I go. Animals, horses, circus horses. So these are quick flips of the books, but if you want a more in-depth flip, just let me know. So, yeah. So there's this one. This one's a really cool one. This is the Drawing and Painting Essential Techniques and Step-by-Step Projects. It's a huge book. It's going to be hard to flip through, but you'll see me talk about things on the art channel about different techniques, and you'll see some work as I go through, because there's a lot that I've been researching on YouTube that most artists don't talk about, or they don't make videos about, talking about this stuff, and I thought I would start talking about a lot of these little issues, like creating emotion in your work and how to create that, like finding your edges and things like that. I've noticed, I've looked for videos about this stuff and I don't really see anything, like how to draw with ballpoint. I mean, I see people doing stuff, but I don't see them talking about the technique enough. Like portraiture or still life, or what does it take to create a good portrait. Talking about the famous artists that are famous for certain things. So, like sketching a group of people and odds and ends, things like that. So yeah, this is a nice compilation book about, it's called The Essential Techniques of Drawing and Painting, more than 200 techniques in a step-by-step project, and I don't know who the author is. It's definitely published by Amber Books, so I'm not sure. And then finally, another vintage collection you will see is circus stuff. So Bring on the Clowns. This was like a huge find when I went and got this in Goodwill in St. Paul, next to my sister's house. This is by Beverly Hughley, and it's all about circus clowns. And the imagery in this book brings back so many childhood memories of growing up going to the circus. There's a lot of black and white and stuff, and I can't wait to do my own series of paintings, circus paintings. So, and this is just all about the history of clowns. Okay, I don't care what you think about, you know, how the circus treated their animals. We're not here to talk about this. We're here to talk about the vintage photography. So hopefully I don't get any hate. If you're a non-circus supporter, just move on, please. So, but yeah. And the nice thing about it is there are these old clippings in here too that were stashed inside of the book that I was excited to see. So, yeah. And old circus, it's posters, you know, going to the museums. I mean, I don't know if this is a P.T. Barnum. I don't think so. But it reminds me so much of P.T. Barnum. There isn't any. Oh, it's I'm Circus by Otto Walter is the artist of this one. It just reminds me of the movie Greatest Showman, which we all watched at Christmas, my brother and I, because we used to go to the circus with mom and dad, or mom and my stepdad, which is my dad too, just as much as my bio dad, all the time. So yeah, this is, you can't go wrong. But there's some more newspaper clippings from 1975 in St. Paul. So yeah, it was nice little find for these in here to use to have. I have some other books about circus history. It's just I can't get enough. So yeah. That's cool. So yeah. Who doesn't love clowns? So yeah, this is called Bring On the Clowns. And finally, for this Thrifty haul, I have this vintage How to Draw Animals by Walter Foster, and I believe this was made in the 60s, 50s, but this was in a thrift store. But yeah, this, I've been looking for the other ones of these. These are kind of like the magazine style. It doesn't say when it was printed, but yeah, I love animals. It is a fairly big drawing book. I've been scouting around on eBay, and it does look like, no, that's not, there's just been notes in here. So, and the detail and the illustrations. So yeah. This is awesome to have in your collection too. It's a fairly large drawing book. it's nice to have something that's, you know, that's old. And you can tell it's been, you know, well loved throughout the ages of how many people have this. It's like it's a piece of drawing history. So yeah. I love the elephant one here and the camel and stuff. So yeah, and that is it. Let's see if I can find. Well, there's definitely 179 of these little drawing books. So there you go, guys. That is my first Thrifty art supply art book haul total video for the channel. If you've got any ideas between Minnesota and Wisconsin, some amazing thrift stores that I have not traveled to, please leave me a comment below, because I'd love to go check them out to see what they all have and just to get out on a little fancy road trip. And I hope to see you back on the next video. I've got some more stuff, interesting stuff lined up, and more thrifty hauls coming up in the next month. I tend to go out every month to the thrift stores and go looking for stuff to add to the studio. So I hope that you have a happy new year and happy picking, and I will talk to you all soon. And if you like this kind of content, please like this video and subscribe. And don't forget to hit your bell notifications. And remember, you are loved, you are worthy, and you are awesome. And I will see you all on my next video. Bye!